Well, Vic, Coach Kermit Davis's time here in Murphy Center may have come to an end, but for new Blue Raiders head coach Nick McDevitt, it's only just begun. And his first order of business is to try and salvage the 2018 signing class and also add to it. Now, already some of the top signees that had signed on prior to Coach Davis's resignation, like Ty Fagan and KJ Buffin, have asked for a release. Carlos Curry, on the other hand, still says he's undecided, trying to weigh his options. So already, Coach McDevitt's recruiting skills are being put to the test. Well, there will in fact be a new face coaching the MTSU men's basketball team courtside next season. Head coach Kermit Davis announced this morning that he does intend to accept the head coaching position at Ole Miss. Now, throughout his 16 years here at MTSU, it's safe to say that he has definitely left his mark on this program. From one of the biggest NCAA tournament upsets to the countless conference championships, Coach Kermit Davis has left this program better than when he found it. Now, he did say in his press conference this morning that he does intend to continue to coach MTSU throughout the NIT before heading down to Mississippi to assume his new position at Ole Miss. Athletic Director Chris Massaro made it very clear that his #1 priority right now is to make sure that he finds the right replacement for Kermit so that they can continue down the track of success that this guy has led them down. Well, if the MTSU Board of Trustees passes this multi-million-dollar facilities upgrade, Floyd Stadium behind me here will look completely different. Not only does the plan call for upgrades to the facilities already in place here, it also adds some new things like football offices, an indoor practice field for the football team, new locker rooms, weight rooms, and training rooms. Athletic officials tell me that this will completely change the Blue Raider fan experience. And if this plan becomes a reality, there's no doubt that Conference USA athletics will be completely changed forever. Well, it's been nearly 20 years since Boots Donnelly walked the halls of the Blue Raider athletic department on a daily basis. And now, thanks to a new memorial, his presence will be back on campus.
For Richie James, his career at MTSU has been nothing short of spectacular. From the contested catches and game-winning touchdowns to the always precise route running, Richie has certainly wowed Blue Raider fans, but now he's wowing a different crowd. NFL scouts.
I played football for so long, this is what I'm preparing for.
After deciding to leave school early and declare for the NFL draft, Richie has received national attention, even getting invited to the NFL Combine, leaving many to believe he has a great shot at getting drafted.
There's nothing Richie can't do.
MTSU recruiting coordinator Will Redmond says he thinks Richie is one of the most complete receivers to come out of MTSU in quite some time.
I think Richie brings a different style than most NFL wide receivers in the fact that there's so many things he can do.
Likewise, running back Shane Tucker is also another Blue Raider working to get to the next level and showed well at MTSU's Pro Day.
It's a dream come true, honestly. You know, I just came out here, did my best, and you know, I'm gonna continue to do my best, keep working hard.
For Richie James and the other MTSU prospects, they've spent their last several years as the face of the Blue Raiders. But now, they're hoping to become a new face for an NFL franchise.
Which is something few MTSU football players have accomplished.
I'm just part of a few, you know, putting MTSU on the map, man, is something that I gotta do.
A task that Richie is definitely up to.
A lot of dreams become reality when those phone calls are made from organizations.
When the lights turn on and fans of both blue and red come together to watch their teams play, one thing's for sure, it's gonna be one for the history books.
Here comes Western, 2.5 seconds to play. Justin Johnson from midcourt, no good. And Middle Tennessee gets the win.
It's a bigger rivalry as any of them.
For decades, the rivalry between Western Kentucky and MTSU has been nothing short of a downright battle.
This is going to be one of the biggest games of the year no matter what. When you win against your rival like this, it should be a little bit sweeter. But when you lose to them, it's probably going to sting a little bit more, and that's the way it should be.
With only 100 miles separating these two college towns, fans from both sides have an even greater vested interest in what some call the 100 miles of hate.
And I think it's a great rivalry. I have a lot of fun with it.
Any sport that we play against Western, there is a rivalry, and it's usually a close game.
And that fact is true in almost any competition between these two schools.
I think if it were ping pong, you know, it'd be strong.
But even though Western and MTSU spend most of their time at each other's throat, each fan base has a special place in their heart for the other.
A lot of people in Murfreesboro know a lot of people in Bowling Green, I think.
I look forward from year to year, girls and boys basketball.
All my friends are Middle fans.
Maybe the best way to describe this age-old rivalry is, well,
special.
Special indeed. The game known as America's new favorite pastime has faced criticism lately as more players suffer concussions each year. In fact, according to the NCAA, concussions account for 7.4% of total injuries across college football, which might not sound like a huge number, but for those players with concussions, it can be life-threatening.
Now, you don't have to look hard to find a concussion case. In fact, our own John Urzua suffered a concussion just a few weeks ago, right here at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, which forced him to make a life-changing decision.
A brain injury isn't anything to mess around with.
After suffering 3 concussions in his career, quarterback John Urzua decided to retire from football altogether. He says because of the concussion, he's lost more than just football.
With a concussion, it's like I can't do a lot of different things now. It's not just football. I got to be careful with any physical activity. You know, I flinch a lot now because, I'm always worried somebody's going to hit me in the head.
John says he even suffers from dizzy spells from time to time since suffering his latest concussion. But despite that, doesn't regret playing the game he loves.
I would never say I regret playing because it brought so much to me. The game does a lot more for you than you realize. I would suggest to anybody who wants to play, definitely give it a shot. From a parent standpoint, they would be hesitant to let their child play, because of the reason that, I'm going through. But with technology getting better and everything, concussions, that'll start to go away soon, I think.
For the future of football, that's a hope that everyone has. Reporting in Murfreesboro, Thomas Capps, MT10 News.